Hello and welcome to Is It Worth It, where I take a look at action figures to see if they are worth the price they are given. And today we'll be taking a look at S.H.Figuarts Tanjiro Demon Slayer action figure. Diving right in, let's take a look at the accessories he comes with. Starting things off, he has 3 extra swappable faceplates, one with the special mark, and also these 3 sets of swappable hands. And for other accessories, he has the blade with the scabbard, along with the newer version that has Rengoku's guard piece. Next up, let's take a look at the articulation. Now, he has a lot of it, but it can look a bit wonky sometimes. For the most part, on the head and on the legs, everything is fine. It's mostly with the torso of the kimono he has on. Now, he does have this checkered pattern, which does help to hide some of the joints, but still it can just look a bit wonky. There's a lot of moving parts. As you can even see here, even the sleeve underneath the kimono is able to move. The hand pops off a little too easily on the left side specifically for me, but the right one seems to be just fine. The butterfly joints are also pretty good, but they can leave a little bit of a gap in the back. Not too much, but the main problem is the ab crunch. He has this pull-up torso feature, which isn't very common with a lot of figures, but it's for a reason. It really would have been nice if they went with a soft goods, which they have shown they can do that with cheaper figures. Although it may not be soft goods, it still is bearable enough and doesn't look the worst, but still could have been much better. The legs also have this weird hilt joint. Instead of having a boot swivel, it just goes up and down, covering up the other flap. And lastly, with the legs articulation, it can almost do a perfect split, so it's pretty nice. And for his sheath, it actually has a little ball joint on his belt that you can just plug it on, so you can move it around. It's not too flexible, but good enough. Really, I think the only problem with the articulation fully is just the appearance, because when you do the ab crunch, it's just not as good as how they did it with other characters. But still, I think you can find quite a lot of enjoyment in this figure's articulation. Now with the swords, I also noticed another thing by accident. Not only do they just plug in so you make sure you don't be twisting it or else you can make it snap on accident, but after I was plugging it in and out and wondering if they could fit into the same one, they do obviously, but I also noticed that the actual guards on them come off, which I know why Rengoku's does because he actually holds that separately, but never in the anime can you see this one come off, but it's still cool I guess if you ever want to take it off. When it comes to the 2 blades though, I do think I prefer Rengoku's, solely because there's a lot of more detail on it, which is accurate to the anime, but it's just cool being able to actually see the symbol for destroy and everything else on it. Only other thing I would like to have seen for this pack is maybe some effect pieces, whether it be fire or the lightning, or even just something as simple as doing the water effects. However, SHF does sell a lot of other accessory packs, and for this only being $35, I'll cut it some slack. Lastly, here's the size comparison to some of the other BuzzMod figures, which he scales pretty nicely, and then also the Figma Rengoku and the Legend series Tanjiro. Now finally, to answer the question, is he worth it? I would definitely say he is. Being only $35 and everything you're getting, this is perfect for anyone wanting to get into Demon Slayer figures. So, that is all, and thank you guys for watching.